My life is really awesome sometimes. The many lines that people will cross are astounding. Resounding are the offensive remarks cloaked in simple curiosity, and sometimes the sheer velocity at which these things come at me is ridiculous. The other day I was in a restaurant eating a meal, and suddenly I hear this high-pitched squeal coming from my left. Before I can look over, I feel an eager hand petting my hair, and standing there is a very white lady with a brown baby. How can one be very white, you ask? Let's just say that she was white enough to think that it was okay to reach out and touch a stranger's hair. We'll leave it there. In my role as ambassador for the brown people, I have learned not to react when shit like this happens. And yes, shit like this happens all the time. I once had a parent ask if I could be her daughter's babysitter. I was working on my PhD, helping out with a research study, and this woman had 2 adopted kids, both brown. Yep, you guessed it, she was white, and though you might think that I would be flattered, what mattered most to me was that I was working on my goddamn PhD, and this lady thought I had nothing better to do than hang out with her kids for $10 an hour, 'cause that's the going rate for a developmental psychologist consult these days. But anyway, back to the white lady with her hands in my hair. I swear she molested me for a good 10 seconds before her partner beckoned to her to stop. She graciously removed her hand from my hair and then stood there babbling on about her daughter's locks, how she couldn't figure out what to do with them, how my hair rocks, and she was wondering if I could give her some tips on how to get her daughter's hair to do this. She stood there smiling for a minute, but when you're in it, it feels like a motherfucking eternity. Luckily, her partner finally came to retrieve her before I had to scroll through my Rolodex of diplomatic responses and feign nonchalantness at having just been assaulted. Some of you are sitting there wondering, what's the big deal? She just wanted to feel your hair. The big deal is that it's Saturday, and I'm having brunch at the Green Bean Cafe, and I am not your fucking ambassador today. No, I cannot hang out with your adopted brown child. No, I cannot show you how to braid her hair. Your ass should have learned that shit before you went to get a brown child. But please, by all means, get a book, take a class, because she's walking around looking like an episode of National Geographic, and it's tragic how many brown girls don't learn to love their hair. But don't you dare ever put your hands in my head again. I am not an anthropological study or an indigenous people. I am not an animal at the zoo. I am your equal. Do not pet me. I'm not exotic. I may be more American than you are, 'cause my grandpa's Native American and this is our land, man. But mostly, I'm just a human being who appreciates being seen as a person and not an exhibit. So please inhibit yourself. My kale is getting cold, my eggs are getting old, and I just want to finish my brunch. Thank you. Have a great day.